Welcome. On this tutorial we are going to discuss about the oxygen analyzer. There are different types of oxygen analyzer like zirconium type, paramagnetic type, optical type, electromagnetic type. In this tutorial we are going to discuss about the paramagnetic type oxygen analyzer. Paramagnetic type oxygen analyzers are based on the paramagnetic property of the oxygen. Now, which are paramagnetic materials, or what is paramagnetism? Paramagnetic materials are materials that tend to get quickly magnetized in the direction of the magnetizing field when those materials are placed in a magnetic field. However, if we remove the applied field, the materials tend to lose their magnetism. In simple words, we can say that these materials usually experience a weak attraction to magnets. This type of magnetism is known as paramagnetism. There are different constructions of paramagnetic type oxygen analyzer: dumbbell type, magnetic pressure type, magnetic wind type. In this tutorial, I'll discuss about the dumbbell type and magnetic wind type. The dumbbell type oxygen analyzer based on the paramagnetic property of oxygen. Here, two glass sphere, this is one, this is another, primarily a non-magnetic dumbbell filled with nitrogen gas, and this is suspended with a fine wire within the magnetic field. Now this is the permanent magnet, one pole of the permanent magnet, this is the another pole of the permanent magnet. The other parts are, this is one mirror which is mechanically attached with the dumbbell arrangement. There is a light source. The light from this source is reflected from the mirror and it will come to a detector. Detector detects the amount of light and it will produce ultimately the electrical output. A coil is surrounded on the dumbbell arrangement. Current is flowing through this coil. When current is flowing through this coil, some magnetic field is generated, and that magnetic field will interact with the magnetic field produced by this permanent magnet. Ultimately, the whole arrangement is placed statically at a particular position, means this is the stable situation. Now this is the sample gas inlet and this is the sample gas outlet, and the whole system is normally termed as the measurement cell. Now in initial stage, when no inlet of the sample gas, the dumbbell arrangement is suspended by this string and it is a stable situation. At that situation, the light is reflected from this mirror and the detector is getting a particular output. According to this detector output, this is the electronics part, and this electronics part ultimately will produce a particular current. That current will flow through the coil arrangement. This coil arrangement will produce a magnetic field. Because of the interaction with this magnetic field and the magnetic field produced by the permanent magnet, the whole system is stable at a particular situation, at a particular position. So when no sample gas is there, the whole system is stable. Now when the sample gas is there with the oxygen molecule, due to the property of paramagnetism of the oxygen molecule, this oxygen molecule will be attracted towards the high intensity magnetic field. As this is the inhomogeneous magnetic field here, so the sample gas with the oxygen molecule will be attracted towards the high intensity magnetic field, and it will flow through this measuring cell with a particular path. Because of that flow, the dumbbell arrangement will be displaced, and practically saying, the dumbbell arrangement will be twisted. As the mirror is mechanically attached with this dumbbell, so while the dumbbell will be twisted, dumbbell will be rotated with respect to this axis, and the mirror is mechanically attached with this dumbbell, so mirror will also rotate. When the mirror will also rotate, the path of this reflected light will be changed. Say, all the reflected light will not fall on the detector, so the output of the detector will be changed. Why the changing is happening? Because of the twisting nature of this mirror. This mirror is twisted because of the twisting of this dumbbell. Why this dumbbell is twisting? Because of the presence of oxygen ion into the sample. Now if the concentration of the oxygen ion into the sample is higher, this twisting will be higher, so the deflection of this light, of this reflected light, will be more. Change of this detector output will be more. Now, what is the next part? This output is the feedback path to this electronic system. According to this change of output, this electronic system will change the output current here to the coil arrangement, and the intensity of this current or the magnitude of this current will be such that it will try to replace the dumbbell in the previous stable situation. Means, when there was no sample gas, the dumbbell was stable at a particular situation, the detector was having a particular output. Because of the presence of the sample gas, dumbbell is displaced, the detector output has been changed. According to the change of output, this electronic circuit will produce a particular current, and the magnitude of this current will be such that the dumbbell will try to replace the initial stable position. So, to regain the initial stable position, there will need a change of current through this coil. Now this change of the current, this is the indication of the oxygen concentration into the sample. If the oxygen concentration into the sample is higher, the twisting of the dumbbell is higher, the twisting of the mirror is higher, the deflection of this light is more, the change of output is higher. Because of the change of output, here the change of current will be higher. So this change of the current is ultimate indication of the concentration of the oxygen into the sample. So this is dumbbell type oxygen analyzer. So oxygen concentration will ultimately gets the electrical output. These are advantages and disadvantages. Please pause the video and read this part. Next, coming to magnetic wind type oxygen analyzer. Again, this is based on the paramagnetic property of the oxygen. In this case, this is a glass tube. This is the inlet, this is the outlet. Sample gas is allowed to into the tube, and a portion of the gas is allowed to pass through this path, and another portion is allowed to pass through this path. So the normal way is that the sample gas will flow through this tube and it will ultimately come out through this path. The another portion of the sample will come through this part of the tube and ultimately it will go out through this path. This is the normal situation. Now there is another tube which is connected at the middle of these two sides. This is that tube. This is the permanent magnet. This inside the tube is surrounded by the coil. This is the full coil. One end of the coil is connected with the one end of the supply, another end of the coil is connected with the another end of the supply. Now at the middle of this coil there is a connection, and this is connected via the meter with this point. This is another resistance, this is another resistance. So this arrangement forms a Wheatstone bridge, and the four arms of this Wheatstone bridge are: this coil is one arm, this portion of the coil is another arm, this resistance is one arm, this resistance is one arm. Now at initial position, initial situation where no sample gas is inside the tube, the resistances of these four arms are such that the bridge is in balanced condition, means there is no output here or the null condition. Now what will happen when the sample gas will enter into the tube? The portion of the sample gas which will enter to the left side of the tube, when it will come at this position, then this is the magnetic field. This is the north pole of the magnetic field, this is the south pole of the magnetic field. And the sample gas is having the oxygen molecule, and oxygen molecules have paramagnetic property. Due to the presence of this paramagnetic property, the oxygen molecules will be attracted towards this middle tube, and this will happen due to the presence of this permanent magnet. When these oxygen molecules will enter into this tube, then it will be heated. How this heating will occur? Current will flow through the coil because it is connected with this power supply. So some current will flow through the coil. Because of the presence of the current through the coil will be heated. Now heat from this coil will be lost, and the oxygen molecule inside the middle tube will gain the heat. Normally we can say the heat loss by the coil is almost equal to heat gain by the oxygen molecules at this position. When oxygen molecule will be heated, it will lose the paramagnetic property, and when it will lose the paramagnetic property, it will not experience that attraction towards the magnetic field. So that oxygen molecules into the sample, as it has lost the paramagnetic property, those molecules will have a tendency to move in rightward direction through this tube. At the same time, when fresh sample will come here, that will be attracted towards this tube and that will enter into it. When it will come here, it will be heated, and again it will lose the paramagnetic property, and those sample gas part, those molecules of the sample gas will come to the rightward direction. So there will always a flow of sample gas through this tube from the left direction to right direction, and this will happen because of the different interaction within this tube. And this flow of sample gas is normally termed as magnetic wind. So why this magnetic wind will happen? Oxygen molecule at this position will be attracted towards the magnetic field. It will be heated and it will lose the paramagnetic property, so it will get a little bit repelled force, so it will come towards the right. Fresh sample will come here, it will flow through this path. Again fresh sample will come here, it will flow through this path. So there will always a flow of sample gas having oxygen molecules through this tube, and this is termed as magnetic wind. Now when there was no sample, the bridge was in balanced condition. Now because of the presence of sample, the bridge will be unbalanced. Now how this unbalanced situation occurs? In absence of the sample gas, coil in this portion and coil in this portion are having same temperature, means the resistance of this portion and resistance of this portion are same. Now the heat energy absorbed by the oxygen molecule at this place is not equal to the heat absorbed by the same oxygen molecule at this place, because the oxygen molecules are already heated at this position. So loss of heat by this coil is more than the loss of heat by this coil. This part of the coil is more heated than this part of the coil. So there will be a change of heat between these two coils, this coil and this coil. As this coil is less heated and this coil is more heated, this coil will have less resistance, this coil will have higher resistance, because resistance RT is equal to R0 into 1 plus alpha into T, where T is the temperature of that material, in this case temperature of the coil. So there will be a change of resistance here. This change of resistance is because of the flow of the oxygen molecules through this tube. If the concentration of the oxygen molecule into the sample gas is higher, then the flow through this tube is higher. The change of temperature of this coil and change of temperature of this coil is higher, means the difference between the temperature of these two coils is higher. So the change of resistance of this coil and this coil means the difference of resistance of this coil and this coil is higher. Now this change of resistance ultimately produces the unbalanced condition of this Wheatstone bridge, which will ultimately give a particular output, and this output is linearly proportional to the oxygen concentration into the sample. So by this way, magnetic wind type oxygen analyzer measures the oxygen concentration into the unknown sample. These advantages and disadvantages of magnetic wind type oxygen analyzer. Pause the video and read it. Go to the description for getting the links of different supporting tutorials.